Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happenings. In this Cricket Happening show, well, it is going to be the third one-day international between South Africa and West Indies, which ended today and also ended in a series win for South Africa. With two more matches to go, South Africa have already won the series against West Indies here. They are right now 3-0, and I'm sure now they are looking at a clean wash of the West Indians here with a 5-0 whitewash. Well, as far as today's game was concerned, it was pretty one-sided. This was the third one-day international which was being played today. It was played at Buffalo Park in East London. As I said, the pitch was a bit slow and was all about applying yourself to the game and really playing the ball on merit and being very watchful. But well, West Indies definitely suffered with lots of injudicious strokes being played. They really didn't gauge the pitch very well, and you also saw some silly strokes being played, and that really ended in a very sorry state for West Indies. As West Indies, this was one match where West Indies, it was a must-win match for them to keep the series alive. Now the series between the one-day international series between West Indies and South Africa has become very one-sided, with South Africa having already won the one-day series now, with only two more to go. And West Indies, as I said, showed lack of application here. And not only that, one was also surprised to see the selection in the West Indies. One does not know what's happening in West Indies. They are already crippled with no Dwayne Bravo and Kieron Pollard, and one of their main, one of a very important cogs in the wheel for West Indies, Darren Sammy, was today dropped from the team. So that is very difficult to understand, because considering that West Indies, this was a must-win match for them, and the other day we saw how Darren Sammy smoked. That was in the T20, but Darren Sammy is such a player. He can really wield the willow in a very wonderful manner, and he can really put the bowlers into submission. And also he's a very useful bowler too, and was really surprised to see that they didn't have the services of Darren Sammy. Well, if he was injured, then I thought the decision was right, but if he was not injured and if he has been dropped, I'm sorry to say that this West Indies batting, in the sense the West Indies team, is not going anywhere. And West Indies, let me tell you, just before the World Cup, they already are crippled with no Kieron Pollard, no Dwayne Bravo, and look at what was the treatment that they got. West Indies were all out for 122. As I said, the bowlers, it was Philander, Steen and Morkel among the wickets, and Imran Tahir was the man of the match with taking 4 wickets. And for South Africa, well, they just brushed off the West Indies with a 9-wicket victory in the third one-day international here at Buffalo Park by 9 wickets. They won the match by 9 wickets, and South Africa finished it off at the halfway stage itself. West Indies were all out for 122 in 33.4 overs. They didn't even play the full quota of the overs, and South Africa knocked off the target in 25 overs. As I said, it was all about, as I said, it was a slow pitch. There was some, the ball was not really coming onto the bat, and you definitely required a lot of restraint, a lot of good application to bat on this pitch. And unfortunately, West Indies definitely starting on the wrong foot, and they lost this match by 9 wickets and thus lost the series too. So let's have a look at the West Indies card here. The toss was actually won by West Indies, and West Indies promptly decided to bat first in this day-night encounter. Dwayne Smith and Chris Gayle were the ones who started off, but well, there was an early reward for Vernon Philander, who was moving the ball away from the batsman. And as I said, the conditions really suited the South African bowlers, as Dwayne Smith was the first to depart, caught by de Villiers behind the stumps of the bowling of Philander for 5 of 7 balls with 1-4. West Indies scored at 5 for 1 at that time. Chris Gayle was joined in by Narsingh Ryan. Well, Gayle couldn't do anything today. Gayle was an early victim today, as Vernon Philander picked up the wicket of Gayle by getting him caught behind by de Villiers for 1, and that was a very sorry state for West Indies, as they were reduced to 6 for 2 in the 4th over. After that, it was Ryan and Samuels in the middle. Well, Ryan could contribute only 10, as Dale Steyn picked up, and this time once again De Villiers coming into the picture as he took the catch of the bowling of Steyn, and De Narayan was out for 10 of 27 balls with 2 fours. The score read 33 for 3 in the 9th over. After that, Dinesh Ramadhan was joined Marlon Samuels. So Marlon Samuels now decided that he'll play some strokes. He tried to play some good strokes there. He hit a few boundaries. Dinesh Ramadhan then, trying to actually glide Dale Steyn through the slips to the third man region, lost his stance. He was gone for 2 of 10 balls, which made it 43 for 4. And then Jonathan Carter came in to join Marlon Samuels. But Marlon Samuels, after I thought, under the circumstances, one would have expected Marlon Samuels to, observe a lot of restraint. After Ramadhan departed on the 13th over, the score had only moved to 52, and there was a long way to go. And one really didn't understand what was the reason that Marlon Samuels decided to deposit Imran Tahir into the terraces, and for him the ball lobbed high up in the air, and really those who came under it and took a very good catch, and Marlon Samuels was gone. And it was very important for Marlon Samuels to stay because he was the most recognized batsman at that particular time, and I thought it was a very silly shot on the part of Samuels to play, but Samuels had to go. Quattro bowled Imran Tahir for 26 of 38 balls with 4 fours, and half the West Indian side were in the pavilion at 52 for 5. After that, Andre Russell came into the wicket. In fact, he joined Jonathan Carter, and Jonathan Carter and Andre Russell managed to push on the score to 83 before Russell was a victim, and Russell was castled by Moni Morkel for 16 of 25 balls with 2 fours, which made it 83 for 6 in the 25th over, and there was a real procession going on there as far as the West Indies batting was concerned, as Jonathan Carter was joined in by Brathwaite. Now Brathwaite, one was surprised that Brathwaite came very low down the order, which was really surprising. Normally Brathwaite is a good batsman, and so Jonathan Carter and Brathwaite to the middle. But Jonathan Carter, well, he showed some sort of real pluck there when he actually deposited Imran Tahir on for a 6 into the crowd. But after that, Jonathan Carter was gone, as Jonathan Carter trying to hit Imran Tahir was gone. LBW bowled Imran Tahir for 18 of 35 balls with 1 6, which made it 87 for 7 in the 25th over, the 26th over. And then it was Jason Holder, the West Indies captain, who tried to do something, but in fact it was very, very difficult, as Brathwaite was the next one to go. LBW bowled Imran Tahir for 4, and then it was the turn of Jerome Taylor, who definitely didn't trouble the scorers, as he was gone for a duck. LBW bowled Philander, and they were 96 for 9, and it was looking like probably West Indies would be rolled out for under 100. But luckily for them, Jason Holder along with Jerome Taylor was the aggressor, and he and sorry, it was not Jerome Taylor, it was Suleiman Ben, who combined with Jason Holder to at least get this West Indian score past the 100 mark, as they finally were all out for 122 when Suleiman Ben, trying to hit a 6 of the bowling of Imran Tahir, was stumped by De Villiers for 18 of 19 balls with 2 fours and 1 6, leaving Jason Holder, the West Indian captain, not out on 17 of 24 balls with 2 fours. A very sorry performance for West Indies on a very, very slow pitch, and they didn't even play the full quota, and they were all out for 122 in 33.4 overs. The bowling, well, Moni Morkel 7 overs 1 for 26, Philander 8 overs 2 minutes 3 for 27. I thought after quite a long time you saw Vernon Philander really coming coming and bowling some very good deliveries, and this pitch was something which really suited him. Steyn 6 overs 1 minute 2 for 21, as usual, doing a fine job. Duvney 3 overs for 11, Behardine 2 overs for 5, and there was Imran Tahir who bowled with lots of control, as he picked up 4 wickets for 28 runs of 7.4 overs without a maiden. For South Africa, the target which was given was definitely it was definitely a cakewalk for them, and it definitely proved so. Well, they definitely lost really Rosu pretty early when he was caught by Dion Ryan of the bowling of Holder for 7 of 14 balls with 1 4, and that was the only reward that West Indies got. After that, it was totally it all went the South African way, which was expected, as Hashim Amla carved out a nice 61 of 63 balls with 9 fours. In fact, he was playing with consummate ease, and du Plessis, on the other hand, also did his job pretty well to make an unbeaten 51 of 71 balls with 5 fours. Match over, South Africa winning the match by 9 wickets and also taking the series 3-0, 124 for 1 South Africa. And looking at the bowling couldn't make an impression at all. In fact, as I said, when the South Africans were bowling, they stuck to a good line, but probably West Indies, if they had shown more application, they could have probably got an excess of 200. But here South Africa was really knew what this pitch was doing, and they played according to the needs of the game, and as I said, it was a total cakewalk for them as they won by 9 wickets. Jerome Taylor, 5 overs, none for 28. Suleiman Ben, 3 overs for 23. Holder, 5 overs, 1 for 14, was very absolutely on the mark, kept the ball up to the batsman, and he was difficult to really score off, so that was good to see. Andre Russell, 5 overs for 15. Nasim Duran, 1 over for 5 runs. Brathwaite bowled 5 overs, was costly for 31 runs, and Gale bowled 4 balls, and the winning hit was scored when Gale was bowling, and that was it. And Vernon Philander, as I said, today after a long time we saw that he really hit his straps. It was good to see, and he was truly rewarded with 3 wickets for 27 runs, and he was duly awarded the Man of the Match award. So, well, dear fans and subscribers, today is a very short YouTube broadcast. I'm not going into anything else. Just wanting to tell you that for West Indies, I think now 2 more matches are coming up. The next match is coming up on Sunday at Port Elizabeth between West Indies and South Africa. Well, now the only thing that South Africa will be definitely hoping that they could go for a win there, in the sense they would like to take both the matches so that their confidence is boosted before the World Cup. But for West Indies, I think they have some hard work to do, and especially now considering this West Indies team, which is out without Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo, and today we didn't see Darren Sammy being dropped. It really rankles me for sure, and I'm sure it would be rankling all the other West Indian cricket fans too, because already they are crippled, and one does not know whether this West Indian outfit would be able to do anything of any significance in World Cup 2015. I'm sorry to say, because the only reason that I'm saying that is because they are definitely lacking a lot of firepower without Kieron Pollard. Dwayne Bravo is a wonderful all-rounder, and I really feel sorry for them. And Darren Sammy being dropped, that came as a real shocker. And well, I can only say that I would wish that West Indies, there is definitely talent in this West Indies team. There is no doubt about it. I see a lot of talent. Jonathan Carter looks talented, and there is a lot of talent. Chris Gale, Dwayne Smith. But you need someone like we see that the West Indies team is very strong at the top, like Dwayne Smith and Chris Gale, good openers. Then they have Marlon Samuels. But if they had Dwayne Bravo and Kieron Pollard in the mix, and with Dinesh Ramadhin, the wicketkeeper, coming in, I think this team would look much more powerful. So I really have my own doubts what West Indies is going to do, especially without Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo. And I really implore the West Indies Cricket Board to really reconsider Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo into the World Cup, because that is the only way that West Indies can make a big impression in this World Cup 2015. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think it's time for me to wind up this cricket show. But again, dear fans and subscribers, you have been a very wonderful bunch of subscribers. I'm happy that you're enjoying my cricket show. I too get the same pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show, well, I hope it keeps continuing, and always happy to share my experiences on this Cricket Happening show. And I can only say that as I've always been saying, that without your support, dear fans, friends, subscribers, this Cricket Happening show is absolutely empty. So thank you very much, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for your tremendous cooperation to the cricket show, and this is your host Ram signing off for the day. Thank you.